on part 2 of the video. We're on part 2 of the video. Okay.
Mr. Robin, when did you stop the recording?
None of that was heard.
Okay.
All right, would you go back to your work in progress, please? Would you go back to your work in progress? Those at home can't see this, but those of us here can see that triangle. Would you, on your work in progress, go to this 30-degree dot, and would you put that triangle in your work in progress? Down, we always go down, we always go to 0, 0, we always connect. And would you put 30 degrees right there? And square root of 3 over 2 and 1/2. And we don't, I'm not going to put the 1 for a moment.
Oh, were you not supposed to like connect it to the base?
Yep. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. No, I just didn't touch it just so it looked like it. Say, this is a sheet of graph paper. How far over do we go? Somebody say square root of 3 over 2. How far do we go up? 1/2. Would you please put that on your work in progress? Ah, but it's a work in progress, so you mess up, that's okay.
Mr. Robin, what dot are we supposed to go up to?
The 30-degree dot. Now, without drawing a triangle, would you look at the dot that I'll call it the mirror image that's like straight across from here? Would you look at that? Is that one go up 30 degrees from here?
Yeah.
Please put your parenthesis. How far would this one go back? Is it the same triangle just sort of flipped over here? It goes back how far? Negative square root of 3 over 2. And how far does it go up? It goes up 1/2. Say, are they the same number? With one of them as a negative.
Oh, yeah.
Would you please look here? The first dot down. Is that dot 30 degrees more down there? Okay, don't you do this, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw that triangle again. Is there the 30 degree? Is this the half? Is this square root of 3 over 2? Is this really a sheet of graph paper? Are we going back? So it's going to be negative square root of 3 over 2. And is it going down? Negative 1/2. Bless you. And is there one right there? Would you please fill that in on your work in progress? If you mess up, there are extras. If you mess up, there are extras. There are extra unit circles if you need.
Are we drawing the triangles though?
You don't need to draw the triangle. You can. In the work in progress, you can. And is it over square root of 3 over 2, down 1/2? Is that correct? Would you please nicely go to your final one. Do not draw the triangles. Do not draw the triangles on your final copy. Just write these numbers and you should have one more there too. So add those to your final copy. Don't draw the triangles. So at 30, you're drawing root 3 over 2, comma 1/2. At 150, negative root 3 over 2, 1/2. At 210, negative root 3 over 2, negative 1/2, because you're going back and down. And finally at 330, you're going root 3 over 2, down 1/2. If you understand that it's just that same triangle, just sort of put up and down or back and forth, say I do.
I do.
It sounds like you just got married, I just thought of that. But yeah, you do. It's that same triangle, just flipped over or up or down. It's the same triangle. All right, back to the work in progress, please. Back to the work in progress. And in the work in progress, I want you to look at the 60-degree angle. I want you to look at the 60-degree angle. I'm going to draw it, you don't have to. Down, over, up. Is the 60-degree here and the 30-degree here? Did I just take that triangle and again just sort of flip it and sort of rotate it? Is it that same triangle? Look over there, please. What's across from the 30? Across from it is the 1/2. What's across from the 60? Square root of 3/2. Is this really a sheet of graph paper? It's just the little itty bitty part of it. How far do we go over? How far do we go up? Are those the same numbers? Now we're just sort of in a little different order? Because if you can envision just flipping that same triangle and that same triangle and that same triangle, all right. Can you envision this triangle just flipped over here? Can you envision that just flipped over here? Is this still a 1/2? And it's backwards, so it's -1/2. Is this up? Root 3/2. See on your work in progress if you can find these two. The two bottom ones near the bottom. So I think it's back 1/2, down root 3/2, so negative. And it is over and down. So when you're ready to put them on your good copy, go ahead on your good copy. If your good copy isn't good enough, there are others back there. All right. There's some dots on the unit circle that we haven't dealt with yet. Is that correct? And the first one we get to that we haven't dealt to is at how many degrees? 45 degrees. Raise your hand at home and here if you remember your geometry teacher teaching something about a 45, 90 triangle. Excellent. Say the nice thing on that unit circle, what is the radius?
1.
It's 1. It's 1. It's a nice 1. Hey, and I saw somebody said the word, sorry. This triangle is called an isosceles, right triangle. Hey, across from a 45 and across from a 45, will it be the same length? So I'm going to put one little marky mark there, okay. Meaning those two sides are congruent. Those sides are congruent. Math is easier when you use less letters. I'm going to say that's A. Well, I would say that's B, except what is it really? Is it the same thing? Math is easier with less letters. I'm gonna do Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus a squared equals 1 squared. 2a squareds equal 1. A squared equals 1/2. A equals the square root of 1 over the square root of 2. Some of you remember you got to get that square root of 2 out of the bottom. If you don't understand what just happened right here, get over it. I won't make you know that. The square root of 1 over square root of 1 over square root of 2 becomes root 2 over 2. Right here, folks, is root 2 over 2 and root 2 over 2. All right, we have 4 more dots. We have 4 more dots on our in work in progress. We have 4 more dots on our work in progress. And we're going to deal with this first dot right here. It's that one in the middle. It's that one in the middle. Go down like we always do. Go over, connect it, 45 degrees, 45 degrees, 1, root 2 over 2, root 2 over 2. Just taking that triangle, which the at-home people can't see. So on a sheet of graph paper, we go over root 2 over 2, we go up root 2 over 2. We get down in the middle, the middle, the middle. Are they all going to have root 2 over 2s? Yeah. This one here, we go back and up. So it's negative root 2 over 2, up root 2 over 2. Here we go, back root 2 over 2, down root 2 over 2. That's a weird one. Would you please go to your Google machine and type unit circle. Your final copy should look exactly like some unit circle that you get when you Google it. We're not doing the radians. Find one that just has degrees of the numbers. Make sure your final copy matches up with that. Make sure your final copy matches up with that. Do a really good final copy. If you need another one to start, you can go back and get another one if you need.